Alright, I'm going to try to make this video short. I made this video yesterday and it was almost an hour long of me ranting and raving about a whole bunch of shit, but the orientation was off and I didn't want to fuck with, doing that. So I'm just remaking the video today after I've had time to calm down a little bit. Um, so my training manager was out yesterday. They were shutting down the terminal. There were a lot of pissed off people. Nobody really gave a shit yesterday because they were all getting fired. Um, a lot of people got walked out the day before. There were people carrying out boxes and turning in badges while I was there. And then there were a couple of people that were staying on throughout the closure until April. Um, but pretty much everyone that worked out of the terminal side, not the corporate headquarters across, anyone in the corporate building, they were not losing their job, but the people out of the terminal were losing their jobs. Uh, and they were not too happy about it. So it was hard to get anything done yesterday as far as the shop goes because the shop people were basically fired, so they had no motivation to do anything. Um, I think I did a video about my road test. After about an hour and a half, Greg called me and left a voicemail telling me to come in and check with him, and I ran in there. My phone didn't ring for some reason, so I saw the voicemail pop up and I ran in there, and he told me what truck I was assigned, told me to go to the shop, grab the keys for it, and my driver manager should be messaging me in a minute. So my driver manager messaged me while I was getting the keys. She told me to come see her at her desk. So I got the keys. I didn't go find my truck. I just went straight to her desk. Um, I stood there at her desk, and she was away from her desk talking with somebody. And I was just standing there at her desk, like 10 feet away from her. She didn't acknowledge my presence. Then another driver walked up to her and started asking her questions, and she started helping him. And she sat there and helped him for about 15 minutes. And then after that, after he left, she looked at me and she said, just a minute and I'll be with you. Didn't acknowledge me for like 20 minutes, 15 or 20 minutes, and then finally, acknowledges my presence. And then she goes, "Are you my new driver?" I said, "Yeah." Yeah, she was. I definitely got the officers club vibe from the way USA Truck is run. Is that the people in the corporate office, the non-drivers, think that they're better than the drivers. I definitely got that vibe. They smile and stuff like that at you, but it's really fake. It is incredibly fake. You can tell that they think that you're beneath them, and it was really irritating. But I had a bunch of trouble getting, my truck. The first truck I was assigned was disgusting. I sent a message to my driver manager saying this truck is disgusting. Who do I talk to about getting a different truck? And the person that assigns trucks stormed out of the building and was a jackass for about 5 minutes, talking about how my expectations were too high and the cum stains on the mattress and the urine stains and the spit stains and the inch deep of shit all over the steering wheel and the dash and everywhere, and the sweat stains or piss stains or whatever the hell it was in the seats. That was that's just how shit is, and I need to deal with it. That's that. And it smelled like an ashtray. There were from the from everything I saw in the truck, it looked to me like it was probably a husband and wife. There were definitely two people in the truck because both seats were drenched in like sweat stains. Like the seats were black from sweat stains, or I hope it was sweat and not urine or something. But all up the back and the seat and everything, it was just disgusting. Um, and it wasn't just like stains on the mattress from where a fluid had been there previously. Whatever bodily fluid created the stains was still there, and it was crusted. Like there was crusted spit or whatever all over the fucking mattress. It was so nasty. And then the steering wheel, um, these people were such bad chain smokers. This was like the worst ashtray smell I've ever smelled. It's like two chain smokers had been chain smoking in this truck for years, is what it smelled like. And the embers, you could tell that they constantly had a cigarette in their hand, and the embers were falling all over the place because the steering wheel was half melted away from embers falling on it and like melting the steering wheel. And the dash, the cup holders all had those little melt things on them from embers falling on it. And then you could tell where they were flicking out their cigarettes. Some embers were falling down on like the windowsill armrest thing there. It was melted there as well. It was just really, really, really disgusting. And the guy in charge of the trucks was a real jackass for about 5 minutes, talking about basically calling me a little bitch and stuff, like in in his own little way, telling me I was a prissy little bitch and I need to lower my expectations for 5 minutes. And then after that, he started actually, like whenever he was doing that for the 5 minutes, he didn't actually look at the truck. He just glanced at it and he didn't see trash. So he was like, this isn't disgusting. But then he actually started looking at the mattress and the seats, and he still claimed that he couldn't smell the cigarettes. Um, he never relented on that. But he did go and get the keys to some other trucks and let me look at them to see if I found one I liked better. And he did get me a brand new mattress for whichever truck I decided I could use the brand new mattress in. He told me that he wasn't aware that they reused mattresses. He thought that they always put in a brand new mattress whenever they swap somebody into a truck. Um, and he said that he would have my driver manager order me some seat covers. So I looked at 3 trucks. The one that I was initially assigned was the nastiest of the 3. The reason he assigned me that truck was because he said that he gives the lowest mileage tractor. He thinks that mileage is king above all. And he says the lower the mileage, the better the truck, regardless of year, model, or anything. So he gave me the truck he did because it had the lowest mileage of the available trucks. So I found one that had 40,000. So the one he gave me was 400,000 miles. The one that I ended up picking was 440,000 miles. Now, it was still nasty, but it was nowhere near as nasty as the truck I was originally assigned, and not quite as nasty as the other truck I had an option on. So it was the cleanest of the 3, but it was still nasty. Most people would not want to be in this truck. Like if you took, like my previous job, it was an office building atmosphere. If you took everyone out of that building and had them go into this truck and asked them if they would be willing to drive that truck around, most of them would say no. It was that nasty. But for some reason, truckers operate on a different scale of cleanliness. I had these little wet wipes. I used half the package of the wet wipes just cleaning the steering wheel on this truck. And this was a smoker's truck. I could still smell the cigarettes in there. It wasn't nearly as bad as the first truck I was assigned, but just cleaning the steering wheel so that like it felt really nasty to touch the steering wheel. You could visibly see like stuff gunked up on the steering wheel. And I used half a package of wet wipes cleaning the steering wheel, and there is still a ton of crap on the steering wheel. Every one of the wet wipes that I used turned completely black, and I just got tired of cleaning the steering wheel because the wet wipes, I was having to put so much pressure to try to get the gunk off of the steering wheel that the wet wipes were falling apart. I needed better cleaning products to clean the steering wheel. So I just cleaned it as best as I could to get it slightly tolerable. I wiped down the armrests and stuff, just the things that I'd be touching to get home. And I said, once I get home, I'll break out better cleaning products and some hot water and stuff and rags and get this shit clean. So that's what I did. I drove it home, and it's parked in front of my house right now. There were no loads available, and there were no trailers. So they just told me to drive the truck to my house. So I parked it right in front of my house. One of my neighbors is probably going to complain about it, but you know, fuck them. Um, the other, okay, one positive thing is I think I mentioned in a video. I haven't made a whole video over it yet because I didn't have. I mentioned in the last video that I haven't gotten all the full details of it, but I did mention it. It's the DirecTV thing with um, USA Truck. There's a rumor that everybody gets DirecTV that goes to USA Truck. USA Truck gives DirecTV for free in their trucks. It's not true. They did a program where they tested it out, and they decided not to go forward with it. Now, what Miguel told me was that it was about 40 trucks. They were all Freightliners, and that's it. Well, my Kenworth that I got has that DirecTV thing. And the shop guy that was showing me how to use the APU and stuff like that told me that it should be like turned on with a subscription and everything. Like it's not just like they have a satellite, DirecTV satellite in there and a receiver, and I can call up DirecTV and have it activated. It's supposedly already activated, and USA Truck is paying the bill for it. So that's pretty cool. I haven't turned it on to test, but there's a TV in there as well. So it came already with a TV. So that was decent, but it probably doesn't work. Um, I'm not, setting my expectations up. The TV probably doesn't work. The DirecTV probably doesn't work. The XM radio doesn't even work very well. It gets like, I think that whoever owned the truck before me, or who had the truck before me, fucked up the DirecTV satellite thing. I think I found it laying somewhere, and it's like I'm constantly losing the signal on the Sirius XM thing. But anyway, I'm going to try to keep this video short. It's 12 minutes now. So I have 3 days off. I got here Thursday night. I just drove 200 miles from Van Buren to Oklahoma City, parked the truck in front of my house about 7 p.m. last night, grabbed something to eat, and just chilled. I didn't do anything but watch Netflix and YouTube and eat last night after I got home. Today's the day I'm planning on getting everything done. I just did my taxes. I need to fill out this census thing shit that I got in the mail. Laundry, clean the truck, which should only take about 30 minutes whenever I have the correct products. I'm going to go out there with my bucket, put some hot water and soap in it and some spray products, some disinfectants and things, and it shouldn't take long to do a pretty solid job of cleaning the truck. And then I need to stock up the truck. I need to go to the store and get some things. Like I'm going to go to Home Depot and see if I can find any more of those. I'm going to, I need a power outlet. I only saw a single outlet from the inverter. So I need to get a power strip of some kind. I don't want to steal one that's already being used around my house. I want to buy, I don't want to like steal things like pillows from my bed. I don't want to have to move that in between the truck and the house every time I come in here. So I want to get an extra pillow or two. I think I actually have an extra pillow or two, but they've been in that suction thing for so long that it's flattened them out. So I need to get some new fluffier pillows. And I'm still debating on big purchases for the truck, like refrigerator, microwave. Microwave I'm definitely doing because that shouldn't be too expensive. Um, the internet stuff, like the cell router, the cell phone or cell tower router that I'm planning on getting, a MoFi, is like $300 to $400. But it can connect to cell towers, and then it's a wireless. It'll be a wireless access point for all of my things that I want to use, like my GPS or my computer or whatever. Anything that needs internet in the truck will be able to connect to that. Um, and then, food and drink for the truck so that I don't have to spend so much money living out of truck stops. So, yeah, that's just my list of stuff, and I'm making this video real quick. I think I want to end it right there, just so because I'm gonna start rambling. It'll be like it's 15 minutes of information. I'm gonna start rambling, and it'll be end up being like a 45-minute video of me just rambling. But yeah, I'm at my house, and that's it. 3 days off. Supposed to get a load Monday. They haven't given me a load yet for Monday, so I'm not gonna know what time I'm leaving on Monday, which sucks. I don't know what time I need to go to bed or anything like that. It's going to basically screw up the last day of my weekend because I'm not going to know what my plan is on Monday. I might not need to leave until Monday afternoon, or I might need to leave at like Sunday night to get somewhere to pick up at 6 a.m. on Monday. Who knows? But the way that the planners and dispatchers work is that if they don't have a load on me before they leave today, Friday, they're not going to put one on me until they get there Monday. So yeah, that sucks. So I'm probably gonna have to plan on waking up at around 8 or 9 a.m. Monday because they start their day at about somewhere between 6 and 8 a.m. So I'll probably get a load on me at 8 or 9 a.m. or something. Who knows? I might have to call them to get them to put a damn load on me. I don't know how proactive my driver manager is. My driver manager doesn't actually do the loads. She's an intermediary between the drivers and everyone else. Um, she goes to the planner to get a load. She tells the planner what kind of load that she needs, and the planner gets that load for them. So, all right, I'll go ahead and end the video there, and then I'm actually going to have to do something. This video is my way of procrastinating doing other stuff, but I'll go ahead and throw it up on the YouTubes.